Generally speaking, nobody likes to fall ill. And we really don't want our kids to get sick, especially if it can be prevented. We have used vaccinations for a long time now to prevent disease. But have we been putting a blind trust in the pharmaceutical companies, the medical industry, and the government? Could the compounds like formaldehyde and aluminum that are widely used in vaccinations be causing long-term adverse health effects? Should we be demanding more studies be done on these vaccinations? If we were to take a closer look at vaccinations and the compounds in them, we might save lives and a lot of suffering from the people who do have adverse effects to these vaccinations. 12 years ago, my son was a little over 1, and we went in to get his MMR vaccination. Within an hour's time of receiving the vaccination, he had a fever over 104, and he screamed for hours. The doctor told me that he was having an adverse reaction and to call if he got any worse. The fever went away in a few days. The screaming stopped in an hour. However, when in a year's time he would be diagnosed with sensory integration issues, have several ear surgeries, and respiratory problems. This would carry on until he was 6 years old. I consider my family to be very lucky. So right now I would like to take a look at the compounds that are found in vaccinations, how we could go about demanding more studies be done, more independent studies be done, and how we could demand clean vaccinations. Right now, the media is causing a frenzy over the measles and people who don't vaccinate. And in my perception, they're only really covering one side of the story. There are people out there are medical professionals, there are scientists out there who believe that more studies need to be done on vaccinations and that they're not proven to be safe. According to an article published in the Medical Chemistry Journal, the aluminum adjuncts that are used in vaccination are poorly understood and understudied. They have no idea how they work. What they do know is aluminum used in the adjunct form carries a high risk for causing autoimmune problems, long-term brain inflammation, and neurological problems. And then we have formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, according to an article titled Hypersensitivity Reactions to Vaccination Compounds, formaldehyde is the 8th highest allergen. It is also a neurotoxin and a carcinogen. So these are two dangerous compounds that are found in vaccinations that are not proven to be safe. And then we still have other issues like mercury and MSG that are used in vaccinations. Vaccination safety is important to all of us, especially those who have kids. Right now, the CDC recommends 21 vaccinations between birth and 6 months. From the ages 6 to 18, they will receive another 6. This is totaling 27 vaccinations with aluminum, with formaldehyde, with the mercury, with the MSG. This vaccination schedule has never been studied. Nobody knows if whether or not all of these vaccinations, the 27 vaccinations between birth and 18, is safe. So if we continue to vaccinate at this rate without studying, we might see an even larger rise in health problems like cancer, like heart disease, like diabetes, like autism. So again, the media has us in a panic and they're telling us that we need to vaccinate and vaccinations are safe. But we have to remember that there are people out there, medical and scientists, who believe that they need to be studied more. So it's up to us. It's up to us to do our own research. We are the ones responsible for our children. We need to research and we need to talk to people and we need to share information. By using our voices, whether it be through social media, writing letters, or documentaries, we can bring the perception that vaccinations are not 100% safe like we're being told that they are. We can change that perception. We live in a democratic capitalist society. This means numbers mean change. So the more people that we have that demand more studies be done, the more likely it's going to happen. With technology, this is becoming easier. Again, we can use social media, we can write letters, we can share resources, we can share information. I urge you all to do your research, to watch documentaries like BOT, and to not forget that the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry, and the media, it's all big business. It's all about profit. So our children and our safety is up to us. We need to demand more independent studies be done, more studies be done that are not funded by the very people who stand to make billions of dollars from these vaccinations. I hope I've inspired you today to go out, to do your own research, and to spread the knowledge that you gain so we can hopefully have cleaner vaccinations and safer, healthier kids. Thank you.